So what's going on YouTube? We're day number 3 of the big handrail project for the houses, for the inside the Beltline houses in Raleigh. So we are the first set of rails. First house is all prefabricated and put together, minus the stuff for the wire. So all that's over there. Has been primed. It's just sitting there. You know, it's all in sections that we can easily throw on a trailer and trailer out there. So we do a few other things that we can do. There's a last minute addition to the plans for the second house we were doing. So I'm only going to do the parts that I know hasn't changed for the second house, which is the staircase, the upstairs staircase, and one of the straight rails for the staircase going down. Alright, I'll show y'all. This part right here and here, our cut list right here. Every time I put one of these together, I'm teaching them to look at the plans and then make a cut list out of the plans. Alright? So they're really good at figuring this out. I ain't got to babysit people. But one thing you'll notice, they're not here because all the parts all the parts for this and the other one, they're all cut, they're all drilled. So I said I don't have anything for you today, right? I don't need them here to watch me weld, right? You know, they got art time yesterday and the day before, tacking and welding a few things together. You know, welds that were like this right here that are gonna get ground flush. You know, why not? Why not let them, why not let them MIG weld it? But, stuff like the inside right there, I'm going to do stuff like that inside that are going to be visible. And the cap, because the cap is real difficult. But, the stuff that's going to get ground down, I'll give them art time on that. But, yeah, as you can see, all the parts for this, that's right there too, cut and drilled. These are the posts for it. Now, I've said it in other videos, I'll say it again, how do you do these staircases? Staircases, get your angle, it is really simple. Take a piece of flat angle iron, stick it on the staircase. Stick your angle finder on it, 37 degrees. Now, to figure out what you have to cut your railing at to meet on your vertical post, you add 90 degrees. So staircase is 37, add 90, you get 127. And that tells you the angle to cut this rail at, because these are at 90 degrees, right? So your angle plus 90 is the angle you cut this at. And your lengths you always measure off of the top. So whatever the top is, that is your length. Whoop, wind, you got a lot of wind today. Let me put that right there. So we're still, this one right here, so this has to go up against a wall. There's just going to be a piece of flat bar and then a piece of flat bar plate there. What I'm actually going to do is the wire will be stuck through the hole. Stainless steel wire. So we'll stick it through the hole and then weld it around like that on those. Just drop it in, weld it around, then bring it taut. Since that's right up against the wall, the hardware won't fit. And the hardware is in this rail that pulls it tight. So that's how we're going to do that one. But this house also has another railing section, 3 more, but there's been changes to those. So when I go to install those rails over there, the other house is just down the street, and I'll take new measurements and revise the plans accordingly. So now here we are, we're putting the staircase rail together. So, tools you definitely need for this. You need a little angle protractor. It don't have to be like this, just anything that'll help you find the angle. So, to make sure we have it correct, we can go over to our plans. See, 37 degrees. There's a couple ways of doing this, the way I do it. Make sure everything's squared up like it's supposed to. We take our angle protractor, we set it on here, get it all set, then I tighten it down, pull it off, and 37 degrees, we're at 36. That is really close. I ain't gonna fight it because it's gonna move as we weld it, so it'll bounce between 36 and 37, whatever. 1 degree. I'm not splitting hairs over 1 degree. And yeah, there's no point in splitting hairs over 1 degree. And, you know, tack it, make sure you got it in the right spot, weld it out. And to make sure, another thing you need, you gotta have one of these framing squares. Let me make sure we're level here. We can go down here and see we are, you know, everything's flat. You know, there's a hair, a wiggle, but not enough to sit there. Like I said, not gonna split hairs over it, right? And then we'll put 2 more tacks on it, flip it over and do the other side. The other side's on, and it's 127 spot on. There you go, as you can see. There's our staircase rail right there. So now, probably, y'all are thinking, some people are always yelling, gotta make a jig for your handrails. All these people who want to yell at me and tell me I don't know what I'm doing are like, you gotta make a jig for all your handrails so they're all flat and perfect and da 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 da. If you have a flat table like this, there's no point. You don't need to be making a jig. I'd spend more time making jigs for this thing than I would actually putting it together. Just put it together. Just get up there and put it together. Get a couple spacers or whatever you got to do, pickets and whatnot, and just put it together. You know, you're going to be spending more time building jigs than you will actually working. Just put the damn thing together. You know, each of these are completely different. What's the point of making jigs if every single one of these rails is going to be entirely different? It's stupid. I'm not building 500 feet. I'm building 30. Right? So, there you go. That's what I got to say about jigs. I just wanted to throw that out there. And now we can see on the spray painted Keep Clear on this table. This table is going to be an assembly only table. I am tired of crap on this table. You know, all the crap that was here, you know, that I'm taking it off. This table is to remain empty unless there's a welding project on it. Like right now, that's acceptable, right? We have that table, and this table for putting stuff on. That table really needs to be clear of stuff. This is where we're going to put stuff to work on. Also, I meant to point out in one of my other videos, we now have this whole spark deflector made of random leftover parts that we just put up here. Yeah, we just put this up here. It catches all the sparks and deflects them. So, you know, somebody can be working over here and somebody be using the chop saw at the same time. And I just decided to take 10 minutes to install this. I just welded a piece up there that can hang on. Ran the extension cord inside. I know that ain't pretty right there, all tied together with that extension cord, but you know what? This reel is going to make life so much easier. I hate all the damn shop reels, all the extension cords and air hoses and BS everywhere. I need to get an air hose reel too, because I'm so tired of hoses and extension cords everywhere. Alright, so YouTube, here we are. I guess this could be day 5 now, because I kind of stopped Friday and Saturday, and now we're starting today because I just stopped. There's nothing to do. I mean, you know, the parts won't here. The parts are supposed to show up Friday, didn't show up Friday, didn't show up Saturday. They showed up today. It's Sunday. I don't work Sunday. That's just plain and simple. I don't work Sunday. I have to have a day where I do nothing. My day off is Sunday. That's where I get to sleep in. No, I'm not coming and doing this, that, and the other unless it's an emergency or anything like that. So the parts did show up. I figured I would quickly show y'all how these parts are supposed to work and unbox it and all that stuff. So, late old Amazon. Late Amazon. Box is beat to crap. Hard to tell if this is stainless or nickel. Get this one out. There we go. This is the contraption. How this is supposed to work is, get through this side of the rail. Oh, so much burr on that side, ain't funny. There we go. So, how this works, this one will obviously have to be heavily modified to work correctly. What we're probably going to do is just get it here and bend it down so it's at the right angle, because this is the angled one. But how this works is you run your wire into here, you crimp it, or what we're probably going to do is tack weld it or crimp it or something. I haven't made up my mind yet, because there's a special tool you have to get. Crimp it on there, and then you run this nut down on the back here. Let's take the little acorn nut off the back, because we don't need that. Come on. Oh, acorn nut stuck. Oh well. You run this nut down. As you run this nut down, it pulls this piece out, creating tension. That is how you do these handrails. You don't want turnbuckles. You don't want the little eyelet or whatever things. You don't want to have to fold the wire over and crimp it. All that is farm stuff, and it looks ugly on these kind of handrails. That is why I told him I'm ordering the right stuff. Right? As much as I'm charging him, guess what? I'm going to take the time and order the right stuff. That's why I charge what I do. I don't charge what I do because I want to be a dick. I charge what I do because I want to do it right. And to do it right, I need to have the money to do it right. So I bought a pack of 50 of these things. Why did I get a pack of 50? Because I could have gotten away with a 25 pack. But when this job shows up again, what's my rule, right? Spend $100, buy a $50 tool to do a $100 job. So when, that job comes around, it's easier again, right? Just buy a whole bunch. Buy a 50 pack. I mean, as much as I'm making on this job, I better be able to afford this. And this says made in China. So it might not even be stainless. It's supposed to be. It says it's stainless. Still, honestly, to me, damn, I think that looks nickel plated. Oh well. And so, like I said, I'm trying to make the inside of my shop look like a damn hardware store. It's so hard to do with one hand. There we go. Now they have their own little box to sit in next to all the other nuts and bolts and stuff. Oh yeah, these shop towels, these things are awesome. If you don't have them in your shop, you need to get them. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to keep tuned to my channel. We'll have the other parts of this video show up here soon. Hopefully all of these rails will be installed by the end of this week. My plan is to have them all done and installed Friday. That way they're done. So be sure for updates. Things are going to really start rolling now that we got the right parts. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And you guys have a fantastic day.